everybody? Welcome back. I'm going to jump right into it with Aries. We are doing Aries all the way through to the sign of Pisces. This is the week ahead, the 9th through to the 15th. So let's get started with the Aries. Remember, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, make note that on the 14th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. That is, oh, they're upside down. That is all about health, daily life habits, and what you need to let go of. Things that just aren't serving anymore. Okay. Interesting. All right, Aries, overall energy for this upcoming week, we have number 47, the thinking woman, and it's pertaining to number 2, main female. The thinking woman always makes me feel like air energy, expansion, knowledge, transformation, transformative thinking, outside of the box, maybe receiving guidance, downloads. And you could be the main female, or it could be pertaining to a main female in your life. We do have the 4 of Swords, right? This is exactly what I said. It's rest, rejuvenation, clarity, truth, receiving guidance, meditation. Nice. And then we have the Emperor. Well, Aries, that's your energy, male, female, not gender specific. It feels like you're taking your power back. Well, I heard something about the crown and the rightful king or queen of the throne. Interesting. Wow. And then we have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. I feel like you are opening up to some kind of divinity. And how that looks or plays out in the 3D is going to be different for everybody. But it feels like there's something about the rightful heir to the throne. There's something that I feel like you're opening up to, like some new chapter in your life. Highly spiritual, but what that's going to look like is going to be different for everybody. Okay. And the underlying energy, that which is beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, Aries, we have number 51, healer of the ages. Definitely could be coming into some healing powers. And then we have the Empress. Well, you have the Emperor and the Empress. This is Taurus, Libra energy. The Empress is Venusian energy. Venus went retrograde. Interesting. On the 1st in Aries, retrograding, I want to say back into Pisces. There's something major happening in your sign. And I actually have it, I put it out in the mid-month check-ins, but let me look. Neptune, I'm just going to tell you, Neptune's entering your sign at 0 degrees on the 30th, I believe, for the first time in over 100 years, like 160 years. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. And I feel like there could be a major spiritual shift in your life. But with the Emperor and the Empress, which is like the highest, I mean, you could say king or queen, if you will. It feels like whatever it is, whatever this gift is, healer of the age, possibly, it is something that you're doing tangibly in the 3D. You're working with whatever this gift is in the 3D. And I forgot to mention, the healer of the ages is actually pertaining to number 13, a wealthy man. You could be the healer to somebody prominent, or somebody who could be famous or very wealthy. The Empress is all about new beginnings. Well, interesting. I heard progress, but it's abundance, prosperity, and truly giving birth to your dreams and desires. It's new beginnings. It's a time of fertility. For some of you, you could actually be giving birth to the healer of the ages, child-wise. So your timing card, Aries, is number 51, by the end of the week. So something is going to be transforming by the end of the week, which, again, is interesting because we have that Virgo full moon taking place, lunar eclipse, at the end of the week. Okay, we're going to move on to Taurus. Oh, Mike, that's so sweet of you to say. You know, if this isn't for you, maybe don't click onto tarot, right? And if you actually knew anything about what you're talking about, like the truth, you probably wouldn't be a keyboard warrior. Thanks, though. Appreciate you. Good for your mom, Mike. I honestly, I'm not here to argue with you. You can find your way off the channel just as easily as you found your way on it. It just blows the mind that people feel the need to spew their opinions. I didn't come to your house. I didn't knock on your door. You chose to click on the video, right? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. It's like me knocking on your door and telling you you've got the wrong religion. Like, you need to join mine or else. Like, that's super ridiculous. Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. All right. We are moving on to Taurus. Especially when people don't know what they're talking about. All right, Taurus. This is for the week ahead. The sign of Taurus. The 9th through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you were dealing with. Take note that we have a Virgo full moon lunar eclipse taking place on the 14th. On the 14th. Which is all about health, daily life, and letting go of things that just don't serve you. Like Mike and being a keyboard warrior. Really doesn't serve you. Doesn't change anybody's mind. Okay, let's get into it. Taurus, you have 5th chakra archangel Gabriel in the reverse, number 39. And it's pertaining to a main male. You could be the main male or you could be dealing with a main male. It feels like somebody's holding back their truth, holding back from speaking their truth, whether it's the main male and or pertaining to a main male, not being able to speak your truth or feeling, well, I heard feelings of disingenuous. Interesting. We have the 10 of Pentacles, could pertain to stability, security, longevity, could be a job even. With the 3 of Pentacles, nice. I feel like the 3 of Pentacles is definitely about moving towards your creative pursuits. For some of you, it even talks about collaborating with others. With the 4 of Swords, again, love the 4 of Swords. It's all about healing, channeling, receiving guidance, intuition, quieting the mind, meditation, taking a time out, taking a break. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 43, man holding a coin. And it is pertaining to number 33, concern. There could be concerns pertaining to finances or, again, stability, security. And it could be because somebody has chosen to, I heard dominate, so I don't know what that's about, but move towards a creative passion and endeavor and they're following their higher self, their intuition. The Three of Wands is all about waiting. Somebody's waiting for their ships to come in. And what I do like to see is it's going to be coming in. And also with the Six of Swords, this is moving to calmer emotional and mental waters. So whatever somebody's holding their tongue back, most likely it's a main male. It's pertaining to stability, security, longevity. But there's an energy of going after your creative pursuits. And I feel like that's being divinely guided, following your intuition, your instincts. Even though there's concern pertaining to finances and stability, you're waiting for things to come in. They are coming in. And with the Six of Swords, you will be moving into calmer emotional and mental waters. So if you've been in fear, stress, anxiety, or the person you're dealing with has, I feel like that's all about to change. We have number 35. Next month looks promising. So most likely finances will start kicking up next month with that creative project or collaboration that you are dealing with. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini. As I shuffle. Almost done with this shuffling. There's no clarification today. Just running through all the signs for the week ahead. Mid-months are being posted for the extended group in the next few days, and then Monday for everybody else. Just so you're aware. All right. Gemini. Although, Gemini, I apologize. I'm still cutting cards. Okay. Gemini, the week ahead, the 9th through to the 15th. What to expect. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. I will make note that we have a Virgo lunar eclipse taking place on the 14th. That is all about health, daily life routines, and what needs to be let go. Okay. Gemini, overall energy is number 34, door to personal healing and happiness in the reverse. And it's pertaining to number 34, work. I feel like you're not feeling healthy or happy when it pertains to your occupation. There could be issues at work or your current job, career that just is winding you down, making you feel lethargic, exhausted, just kind of go nowhere kind of energy. We have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a form of rejection, but it also talks about being really unsatisfied with the emotional opportunities that you've been given. And I feel like, again, this is all pertaining to your work, your occupation. However, don't fret because you have another opportunity coming in. But don't be focused on the negative. Be grateful. Even if you're not happy with where you're working, be grateful that you have a job. Be grateful that this isn't the end of the road. There's opportunities out there. Just start shifting that energy into gratitude and appreciation. We have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. Well, interesting because we have that Virgo full moon lunar eclipse taking place, which is all about letting go, health, and your daily life, your routines. Something needs to be switched up. But With the Magician, it's all about your creative endeavors. So we have the Death card in the reverse. Scorpio energy. Now, a lot of people think that the Death card is something terrible. It is not. It is transmutation. It is shifting from one energy to another. But in the reverse, it's mildly concerning that you're not shifting that energy, that you're not taking it upon yourself to start looking at things from a more positive aspect, because that which you focus on, you perpetuate. So if you're focused on negativity and unhealthiness and lack and disappointment, you're just going to create more of that. You need to shift that energy, right? In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, well, apparently you do have some kind of strategy taking place, number 21, and it's pertaining to number 31, bad health, which again, I feel like is tying around occupation, this feeling of unsatisfaction, and a lack of shifting that energy into something positive. With the King of Cups, the King of Cups can be a lot of things. Knight of Cups, not King of Cups. This is emotions, self-love. It is filling up your own cup, being full in yourself and where you're at and what you have. It's emotional. It's the beginning of emotional sovereignty. It's also being intuitive, following those intuitive hunches, thoughts, ideas. It could be a romantic situation coming in. I don't really feel that. I feel like you are being called to follow your heart, open yourself up, take care of you, pamper you, make yourself feel good regardless of the situation you're in. You have the ability to choose your own emotions regardless of what is taking place outside of you. So I feel like you're being called to really heed the Virgo lunar eclipse message, which is to take care of yourself, your personal physical health, your daily life, the routines, and to let go of things that aren't serving you. Now, yes, external things, we can be like, well, this doesn't serve me and this doesn't serve me, but you're not hitting the cause of why things are happening. The cause is your energy. That which you are is what you attract into your life. So if you want to switch or change the external, it's an inside job. It starts from within. In fact, I feel like a lot of people are going to take the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy, and go on inside with a whole new spiritual awakening. And it's going to be worth it, definitely. We have your timing card, number 24, October. So you could be going through a spiritual awakening that's starting this next week and shifting, and that shift could take up until October. And then number 60, it's in the past. It also could pertain to something that transpired in October now being in the past, so let it go. But if anything, I feel like it's saying let the past go. It doesn't serve you or anybody else any good to hold on to things from the past. All right, let's move on to Cancer. I don't know why I didn't know where I was. All right, we're moving on to Cancer after I shuffle. Also, please feel free to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. It does help my channel grow. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. As I shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, so far we have done Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. We are currently moving on to Cancer once I am finished shuffling. This is for the week ahead. All right, last shuffle. Cancer. is for the sign of Cancer, the 9th through to the 15th, what to expect in your week ahead, Cancer. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. And or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Interesting. Okay. Cancer. Also, I forgot to make mention, the 14th is the lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. It's all about health, daily life habits, and letting things go, things that no longer serve you. So Cancer overall energy for this upcoming week, we have number 7, community, and it is pertaining to number 32, despair. So I feel like if you're going through some hard time or something difficult at this time, or maybe somebody in your community is, but I feel like it's more you, that you do feel a sense of community, people rallying around you. For some of you, it could even be maybe you're having to leave your community behind because they're not rallying around you. We'll get into the cards here. We have the 7 of Swords in the reverse. So the 7 of Swords in the reverse, I feel like there really isn't a game plan for you, but there could have been some sneaky behavior that's been found out. Maybe some deception, could be self-deception, lies, maybe somebody plotting against you or you plotting against somebody. Either way, I feel like it's been found out. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. This is you taking your power back. So I'm almost wondering if it was friends or somebody in the community that was maybe deceptive and you found it out, like it's come out in the open, maybe around the eclipse, who knows. But this is allowing you to take your power back. We have the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like you have been really trying to work through some situations, possibly in relationships, friendships, between your power and the give and take kind of energy. Like, am I giving too much? Is it draining me? Am I taking too much? It's been a hurdle to, it's almost exhausting, like either way. And I definitely feel like it pertains to a relationship. We have the 2 of Cups. So I find this interesting with the 2 of Cups. We have the Strength, right? The Lion, the Strength. That's your power, you and your power. Then we have the 2 of Cups. And above it is the Lion card. And I feel like there's been a juggle. It's been difficult in between owning yourself, having your power, and being in this relationship. I almost feel like you've been giving your power away to another person. Now, it's a 2 of Cups. I would assume it's a relationship. But I feel like there's something pertaining to community as well. So I don't know if it's their friends would be the community, or maybe people in the community are on their side. There's somebody who's been lying and plotting. We do have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. I definitely feel like you're being called to follow your intuition, listen to your instincts. This is interesting. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have the 2nd chakra, Archangel Ariel. This is about your intimacy and creativity, but I also feel like it's pertaining to intimacy, and we have it pertaining to number 8, false person. Okay. I don't necessarily know that somebody was cheating per se. It could definitely be that for some of you. This is a collective reading. It's going to be different for everybody. But I feel as though there's been an energetically and emotionally draining relationship that you've been in. I feel like the community could be, you could have your own community of friends that's rallying around you, but somebody's deception and lies and manipulation have been found out. Now, If you need to flip the rules and you're like, nope, it was me, I was lying, I was manipulating, like, take it, own it. But I feel like you're being called to follow your intuition. There is a false person in an intimate situation. Now, intimacy can be a relationship, which I definitely feel like there is a relationship that you've been giving your power away to and attempting to keep your power at the same time. And it's energetic. It's just too much. It's too much. At the end of the day, we have the 8 of Cups. There's an emotional detachment. So I feel like you're emotionally detaching from this situation. We do have the 6 of Cups. That's nostalgia for the past. Also, I will say that on the 15th, Mercury goes retrograde. So you could have somebody coming back from the past. But Cancer, I feel like you are having nostalgia about the past, about what was. It's not that anymore. And I'll be honest, I feel like there's a community involved, friends, family. I feel like somebody was very manipulative, lying, plotting, deception for sure, 100%. I mean, it could even be as simple as like maybe you and your partner have a tiff and they run to their parents and they're like, oh, and then everybody joins in on this ish talking. And as you age, you realize when you have issues, you don't run and tell people, because the people you run and tell hold on to that thing and take it on as if it's their own issue, and then constantly look down upon the person when in essence you were both to blame. You both had an issue, like whatever the case is. But it's as simple as it could even be that, where your partner ran to the family and then the family like just doesn't like you and they're plotting to like pull you guys apart, and it's energetically just draining being around this person. That's just one idea. I'm just saying, it definitely feels like there's a false person in your intimate circle. And I definitely feel like you've been struggling with a partner or relationship to where they're stealing your energy. Stealing is a harsh word because technically we give it away. Nobody can steal it per se. But you've had a challenging time staying in your power. Let's just say that. You do need to follow your intuition. And yes, hindsight is, you know, sometimes when we look back and we're like, oh, but it used to be so good. Yeah, it did. But people change. People grow. People expand. So you also might have somebody coming back around from the past. I will say that. However, your timing card, March 17th. Ooh, that's a lucky day. That's St. Patter's Day. All right, we're going to move on now to, where are we at? Oh my gosh, I didn't even write down. We're moving on to Leo. Hold on. Oh, no, it is there. Okay, I didn't see it. I have my thing set to write my times down, and I'm like, how did I skip 4 signs? We're moving on to Leo after I shuffle and read the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Happy Friday, by the way. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday. It is indeed a Friday, and it's such a big month energetically. For everybody, the mid-month check-ins are going to be out on Monday. For those who are part of the extended group membership, they started rolling out today. So the extended version. But for everybody else, you'll receive the not extended version on Monday. But lots going on with the planets and energies. It's definitely, if ever you decided to watch a mid-month and you're like, nope, not my deal, this would be the time to do it. This would definitely be the time to do it. So let's move on now to Leo. All right, Leo. This is your week ahead, the 9th, through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So please do take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. I will also say, oh, you're so welcome. I will also say that there is a major, one of the major planetary things taking place is on the 14th. We have the Virgo lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse. It is all about health, daily life habits, and things that you need to let go of, things that are no longer serving you, right? So, wow, that's 3 cards in the reverse. In the reverse, Leo. Okay. Oh, my card ripped. Well, that's not fun. Do I have tape? I know, we're in the middle of the reading. That's okay. It's okay, bear with me. I have to fix my brand new card that apparently decided to rip. Okay. Leo, overall energy. You have 2. It could be both of yours and or it could be pertaining to somebody you're dealing with. We have the 6th chakra archangel Metatron. And that's number 40. And number 25, deceit. So, and it's pertaining to number 13, a wealthy man. So the 6th chakra is all about clear sight, intuition, knowing. And then we have deception. And it's pertaining to a wealthy man. So the question is, are you deceiving a wealthy man and or is this their energy? Either way, I feel like somebody has clarity, 100% clarity on what they're doing. Whether it's you in the deception or they are. There's definitely a knowing. We have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's no work being put towards this at all. There's no energy or effort being put into a King of Cups. Pisces specifically, but it is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the King of Cups is in the reverse. So this isn't your average water sign, loving, spiritual, you know, God, goddess, kind, caring, compassionate. No, they're in the reverse. They're in their shadow energy. So this is somebody who possibly has substance abuse. They're manipulative, they're jealous, they're controlling, they're emotionally immature, emotionally manipulative. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is probably the deceiver. Just putting that out there. There's no work, energy, or effort being put in to this person or by this person. We have a King of Pentacles in the reverse, which is interesting. Good night, Alex. Because the King of Pentacles in the upright is already the slowest moving knight in the deck. Like the slowest. Takes forever. In the reverse, there's no offer. There's nothing. They're not coming. There's no, you know, oh, I'm just taking my time. There is no growth. There is no expansion. There's nothing happening. I feel, Leo, like you're seeing this for what it is. And again, they don't necessarily have to be a water sign. I mean, it is the King of Cups, but I feel like it's describing the energy and the emotions of this person to be conniving, emotionally manipulative. I heard bipolar. But it could be somebody who is very definitely emotionally unstable. Yeah, this is interesting. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 46, the thinking man. So this always makes me feel like Aquarius energy. The thinking man he's holding a crystal in his hand. So it's not just that he's thinking. It feels a lot of aligned. It feels like it aligns very well with the 6th chakra archangel Metatron. Because I feel like this person is highly spiritual. There's clarity and truth, and they're seeing through things. It's like they're being led and guided. It's pertaining to number 2, main female. So we have a wealthy man and a main female. You could be, I feel like you are the one seeing with clarity. Now, whether it's a wealthy man that you're seeing through or you're the main female, take it how it resonates. But we have the Judgment card, Scorpio energy. I feel like you have the clarity you need, and you are going to surrender this situation and move in a new direction. There's no work, energy, or effort being put in by you or this person. And I feel like this person, again, could be riddled with all sorts of things that they need to work through. They're in their shadow energy, and there's no shade there. We've all been there. We still sometimes dip into our shadow side. This person is full blown, and they could, again, be in addiction as well, whether it's drugs, alcohol, you name it. There's a lot of different things, but the behavior of this person, it's not even worth it. Like, there's a need to let it go. And I feel like you have all the clarity you need. So whatever deception or games they were playing, I feel like you see through all of that, Leo, and it's time to let it go. Number 56, going too fast. Oh, going too fast. Slow down. Take your time. You know what's really good about that card? We have Venus retrograde currently, and we will be having Mercury going retrograde. And so slow down is going to be the name of the game. Slow it down. Anyways, yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to Virgo as I shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Happy Friday. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for being patient while I shuffle in between signs. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, this is for the week ahead, the 9th through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody you're dealing with. Some exciting news for you, Virgo. On the 14th, you are featured in a full moon lunar eclipse. Major shifts and changes taking place in your life. And I will say that it's pertaining to your health, your daily life, and letting go. It's release. Let go of things that aren't serving you. I will also say that this is a time for you to really take care of self, Virgo. I will also say that the house that you have your sun sign in, moon, rising, whatever you have Virgo in, is important to check out because that theme will matter as well. Let's get into it. Virgo, overall energy, we have number 35, first chakra, Archangel Michael. This is about your stability and your security. And we have it pertaining to number 19, coffin. There's a change a-coming. there's a shift, a transformation. That's what coffin is. It is shifting from one to another. With the 10 of Cups, it could be pertaining also to family, unconditional love. Um, Interesting. Something long-term that you've been holding on to. It could have been an old way of believing of how family traditions and stability and security and what that was for you. It's shifting and changing for sure. We have the Empress card, Taurus, Libra energy. It's time. It's past time to give birth to your dreams and desires. Venus is currently retrograde. So you're meant to be going over certain things anyway to kind of be like, is this really working for me? Is this really what I desire? But now's the time to give birth to your dreams and reality, prosperity, abundance. Why? Because you have the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you could have been raised in some kind of a lack mindset where, you know, things were said like money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work hard in order to have, be or do, or only, you know, the rich keep getting richer and the poor stay poor. These are all beliefs. These are all old beliefs, outdated beliefs. They're not true. It's just, you know, a belief is just a thought that you just keep thinking, or in some people's cases, most of ours as children, what we kept being told, indoctrinated, programmed with. But I feel like there's a major shift and change taking place in your stability, security, pertaining to your emotional sector, of course, but financial as well, or lack thereof. I feel like you're embodying that Empress energy with literally shedding the old and giving birth to the new. And the underlying energy, Virgo, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 17, action. And it is pertaining to number 12, privileged lady. So I feel like you probably are the privileged lady, that you're feeling the need to take action, movement forward. But if not, and you're a male watching this, then you're taking action towards a privileged lady. Maybe somebody you thought that was out of your league. I don't know. We have the Star card. And I feel like what you're taking action towards is the Star, which is wish fulfillment. It's faith in the future. It's expansion. Aquarius energy. I think I already said that. So I feel like you're finally shifting out of, and it's interesting because Virgo currently is the South node and the North node is Pisces, and the North node is what we're headed towards. And Pisces is very more expansion, dreams, turning dreams into reality, floating through the air kind of energy. Whereas Virgo's like grounded, stable. No, everything has its place and it's set and it has to be this way and this way and this way. And everything has to be scheduled just right, and very earth energy, earthbound. And I feel like you're starting to move out of that old energy and opening up to expansion. Beautiful. We have number 2. It's worth the time. Well, time is an illusion, but however long it takes, it's worth it. All right, we're going to move on to Libra. Libra. We are at the midway point. I've done Aries through Virgo. We are about to go into Libra, and I will move all the way down to Pisces. Happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in on your Friday. Welcome back to the returning viewers, and welcome to the not returning, the new viewers. Thank you guys for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, last deck to shuffle. And Libra. upcoming week for the sign of Libra, the 9th through to the 15th. Boop. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. We do have a Virgo, full moon lunar eclipse taking place on the 14th, which is all about your daily health, life routines, and letting things go. So get ready to let some stuff go. All right, Libra, overall energy, we have number 36, second chakra archangel Ariel, and it's pertaining to number 23, courthouse. This is intimacy and creativity, and it's pertaining to some form of judgment. Could technically be an actual court situation, but I feel like it's also just mainly talking about judgment, some kind of judgment taking place. With the intimacy and the creativity, I feel like this is more of a creative endeavor for you. Maybe there's something lit up within you, something that's maybe some kind of like you're making some kind of judgment call pertaining to, it could be a person, financial situation, or like a boss, something to that extent, but you're feeling very creative and it's almost like on fire kind of energy. And it's pertaining to a King of Pentacles, specifically Virgo energy, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could even be that around this full moon lunar eclipse that something is going to ignite within you. And again, there could be justice coming in a court situation, but I feel like it's more talking about you making a judgment to follow your creative endeavors. Whatever is transpiring this week, we have the Tower. It's life-changing. Scorpio, oh, come on. Scorpio, Aries energy. The Tower is life-changing. And it's not good or bad. Although the cards normally will tell you what's coming. But life-changing is something that it's kind of like unexpected. Things just, it's a major shift and change taking place. And it's all good with the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. Whatever this shift and change is, and even the second chakra reminds me of the sun, just the color and the way it's lit up. It just feels very creative. And the Sun card is happiness, joy, success, abundance, prosperity, creativity. So you have some kind of a major shift taking place. It could be a judgment, again, through courts, but I feel like you're making some kind of a judgment. You're in your creative energy, and intimacy and creativity are actually intertwined. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface, Libra, that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 10, storm warning, pertaining to number 12, a privileged lady. You could be the privileged lady, and or it could be somebody that you're dealing with. But storm warning means that there's some kind of possible arguing, fighting, emotional situation taking place, exhaustion. We have the Seven of Swords. I feel like you are being called to be more strategic when it comes to this, whether it's your internal energy and or the person you're dealing with. Could be a Queen of Pentacles, specifically Capricorn energy. But if it's not an actual person, although I feel like it is, it's tied to a privileged lady. It could be, again, something grounded, stable, some kind of a boss or a family, somebody in the family. I don't feel like there's anything to be worried or concerned about. I just think that there could be some emotions running high at this time, especially with 2 eclipses in a month, right? We've got a lot going on this month. All in all, I feel like you have a major life-changing event taking place for you that is highly beneficial this week. Number 4, sometime in the future. Sometime in the future, there's something taking place. Well, I feel like the future is this next week. All right, we're going to move on to Scorpio. After I shuffle, do my little shuffle. I have the prettiest flowers over here that I got for my birthday. They're pretty. I just like to stare at them. Makes me feel all summery, even though we haven't actually even had the first day of spring yet. I will tell you, roughly, I don't know, like a year or two ago, it finally dawned on me. I'm 46. I just turned 46. And roughly 2 years ago, it finally dawned on me that my birthday was still in winter. Like, it just... I guess I just never thought of it, because even though March is technically still winter, here in the Pacific Northwest, although we have gotten snow before in March, it normally, things start kind of warming up a little bit. So I guess I just never thought to, you know, realize that my birthday was technically in winter. I don't like that. I'd rather it be in spring. I'm going to pretend. I'm going to pretend that it's spring. Okay. Scorpio. Scorpio. The week ahead. What is going on for Scorpio in the week ahead? This is for the 9th through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card, along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Watch your other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. I will tell you that on the 14th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Venus. Happens to be the south node. And it is all about your health, your daily routines, and what it is that you're needing to let go of. So I'm going to take a sip of my drink. All this talking gets you a little parched. Okay, ouch. Scorpio, overall energy for the upcoming week. Number 51, healer of the ages. And it's pertaining to number 10, a journey. You could be starting a new cycle, but I definitely feel as though whatever your endeavor is, it's going to be an awakening. I feel you definitely, Scorpio, could be going through a spiritual awakening. That could be the journey that you're taking. But you could actually be physically taking a trip or moving as well. We have the Knight of Wands. This is the passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, action. And what it is that you're passionate about and taking action towards is the Six of Swords. Moving into something that is more, it's like a rite of passage. It's mental and emotional calm after a storm, after going through turmoil. With a Queen of Pentacles, possibly, and or you're moving towards a more grounded, stable position in your life. Queen of Pentacles, specifically Capricorn. It feels like for some of you, you could be moving home. Interesting. Maybe with your parents. Something that you're leaving behind. The Queen of Pentacles, again, is somebody who's very generous, grounded, stable. They like the finer things in life. But again, it could just be the energy. I honestly feel like you're moving home, and I don't know what that means. Doesn't mean you have to move in with mom and dad. Could mean that you're just moving back to the town that they live in. Something to that extent. I feel like there's, well, I heard a reprise and then I heard a reset. Something that's shifting. We have the Justice card, Libra energy. I feel like you're bringing balance back into your life. And again, the healer of the ages, I feel like you're being healed. I feel like you're being healed of something. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have the World card, number 29. So I feel like you are ending an old cycle and you're opening up to spirit, the healer of the ages. There's something, because the world is being pertaining to number 38, toil and labor. I feel like you worked through this old cycle, and I feel like it could have been a really long time coming, upwards of 10 years, if not longer. An old way of thinking, believing, and it's definitely a time of celebration. But when we close a cycle out, it's exhausting. There's a time that you need to rest and kind of, wow, like things aren't that anymore, right? And this was a lot. It's the Two of Swords. Or excuse me. Yeah, the Two of Swords. For some reason, I thought it was the Ten of Swords. Whatever it is that you're closing out, I feel like has been a lot. And I feel like there's been, it's been a long time coming, because it almost feels as though whatever decisions you had to make to move into this, you were unwilling or unable to make that choice for a very long time. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Once this decision is finally made, once you finally make that trip, that journey, decide to do the healing, whatever the healing is, for some of you, it's addiction. For some of you, it's just a need to kind of get back to self, remove yourself from old thoughts, patterns, belief systems that weren't serving you. The Wheel of Fortune, there's going to be this boost of progress out of nowhere. For some of you, even a windfall. Pisces, Sagittarius energy. It's all about things finally moving after a time of stagnancy. So, Scorpio. Number 12, next fall. And number 45, next year looks promising. Well, whatever you're moving through could take up to next year, starting this next week. So, we're going to move on to Sagittarius. I will read the comments and shuffle. Oh, Alex, I'm so glad that you are safe. Oh, Jessica, thank you. Alex, I'm glad you're safe. Not only safe, but you're able to sit here and watch me. That's awesome. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And there's a lot of big things happening at the end of this month, where from roughly the 15th until, well, I'll say the 14th, because that's when the full moon eclipse is. But you have to check out, like I said, Monday, I'm going to start dropping for non-members, my mid-month check-in, and all the astrology is in there of what's going on. So it is definitely worth a watch, because we're talking about major shifts and changes, and it's good. It's good. So, all right, let's go to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, this is for the week ahead, the 9th through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Also, Sagittarius, I will make mention that on the 14th, we do have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, which just so happens to also be the South Node, what we're moving away from, towards the North Node, Pisces, spirituality. But it's all about health, daily habits, letting go. What do you need to let go of? And whatever house you have Virgo in is really important, because that's going to be more or less the area of your life that it's in. So, Sagittarius, overall energy, we have number 37, third chakra archangel Shamuel. That is emotions of desire, your life force energy, and it's pertaining to number 20, your house. Interesting, interesting, interesting. You know, the house to me, it could be specifically your home. I will say that, or a home, your life force energy where you really feel like you're recharged. But I feel like for me, the house always pertains to the mind. And I mean, that's not going to be for everybody, but I feel like there's something pertaining to, there needs to be some kind of a shift in your mind, is what I feel. And the shift in the mind is going to be more or less, okay, how do I explain that? What you are giving your conscious mind intentionally, because it's going to the subconscious. So it's like a reprogramming. That which you were programmed with as a child, from school, from parents, from your surroundings, from TV, all of that is still taking place if you don't consciously shut out that which isn't true for you and only open up to what is your truth, if that makes sense. We have the Four of Cups. I feel like there's been a time of, there could be some form of rejection taking place, but I feel like if anything, it's a time of unsatisfaction pertaining to emotional situations. Now that could be anything. We put our emotions into everything. It could be work, friends, family, lovers. Don't focus on what hasn't worked, because you do have an opportunity coming in for you. With the Eight of Wands, it's going to come in quick, fast, passion, unexpectedly. And interestingly enough, we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is thoughts turning to things, and it is lack. It is being left out in the cold. I mean, we're talking about life force energy and the home or the house. And I feel like, again, this is something pertaining to your mind, to your energy and your mind. And I feel like what's going on in your mind is unsatisfactory feeling. You could have felt rejected, but not feeling like emotional situations are going your way. With the Five of Pentacles, that's being left out in the cold. That is feeling lack, not good enough, financial constraints. And these are all thoughts turning to things. And I feel like what's coming in really fast, I feel like the new emotional experience that you're having isn't going to be love. I feel like it's spirit. And I feel like this energy that you've been possibly sat in with lack or feeling like things just weren't working out for you brought really quickly some more of it. It almost goes from the emotional body to the 3D. And then you're like, well, why is this happening? Because you're in that energy. And it comes quick. It's coming in hot and fast. I feel like that cup that Spirit's bringing you is for this, the Hermit. Virgo energy. I feel like you're going to have a spiritual awakening. I feel like there's going to be a major shift and change taking place in your life. So the Hermit card is all about somebody who goes within. They figure out what they're truly passionate about, what their wish fulfillment is, what their faith is. And Hermit being just that. You detach from people, places, and situations. Now, I'm not saying don't get up and go to work if you have to. Don't tend to kids or family. What I'm saying is that you're shutting off. Like, I'm not going to watch the TV shows anymore. I'm going to start taking a walk instead. And, you know, if I'm going to listen to music while I'm walking, it's going to be upbeat, happy, you know, something that is energetically pleasing, as opposed to, you know, some ghetto rap or some twangy country song that's all about somebody getting left in the, you know, dust. There's definitely a major shift taking place. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 15, appreciation. And I feel like you are going to feel that appreciation. It's pertaining to number 25, high honor, because I feel like the high honor is definitely pertaining to your family, unconditional love, and the truth about love and how it affects us, what it truly is, who these people truly are in our life. Good, bad, or indifferent, we're all love. We're all light. So I feel like there's going to be a major shift and change taking place. The last card that I just showed was the 10 of Cups. Happy family. Unconditional love. I feel like there's a major shift and change taking place within you. And I feel like there's a shift in your energy when it comes to, it's not just energy, it's almost like a shift in your subconscious, which is leading to an energetic shift, but an old way of thinking and believing, emotions. It's kind of like, okay, have you ever heard of, or have you ever had a near-death experience? And it's like people are just going along their day, right? And, you know, they act a certain way. Then they almost, you know, have a near-death experience, right? And everything changes in a heartbeat. They realize how petty some things are, how ridiculous maybe their ideas were or their thoughts about people, places, and situations. It's kind of like that. Like it's when you go into the hermit energy, you realize what true love is. You realize that we're all love and light, that not everybody is going to be, do, or say the things that you desire them to, but they're still of the light. We are all spirit having a human experience. Okay. So not every, you know, human experience is lovely. Let's just say that, but we're all cut from the same cloth. How does that sound? All right. We have Sagittarius, number 16, February. Something could have happened in February, or something is going to transfer and transition, but whatever is going on, it's starting this next week. All right, we're going to shuffle and move on to Capricorn while I read the chat. Oh, nice, Jessica. I'm glad you caught the live chat too. And you guys, I swear, you've got to watch. And I know, I feel like I would have liked to have had it up already when I'm telling you to watch the mid-months. But for the non-members, the non-extended group members, they will be available starting on Monday. And they should roll out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll just say that. They are already starting to be available to the extended group members, but the mid-month is going to just the astrology, like whatever about the tarot reading, like the astrology itself is mind-blowing. And so I like astrology. I don't do, like, I'm not an astrologer, but I do dabble, and I like it because I feel like it allows you to understand. As a Pisces, I feel things very strong energetically. And so I know when shifts and changes are taking place. So astrology is incredibly helpful when you're like, okay, I feel something's in the air. You can look at astrology and be like, oh, okay. And then also it kind of preps you so that you're not necessarily like, okay, these people are acting a little out of sorts. Oh, I get it. It's because X, Y, and Z. So it just makes life a smidge easier. It's just a tool, just another tool in the toolbox of life. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. This is for the week ahead, the 9th through to the 15th. For the sign of Capricorn, I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Capricorn, on the 14th of the month, we do have a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, fellow Earth sign. That is all about your health, your daily life, and what it is that you need to let go of. Why? Because Virgo is currently the South Node, and we are wanting to move to the North Node, which is Pisces, the more spiritual, opening up to our spiritual side. Let's get into it. Capricorn, overall energy. Oh, well, there you go. Number 32, door to spirit. And it's pertaining to number 33, concern. Interesting. Are you concerned about opening the door to spirit, or is it that your concern has opened the door? I feel like you're almost concerned about opening the door to spirit, mainly maybe because you're earth energy, and so you're more feet on the ground kind of person. We do have the Two of Wands. While I feel like this door to spirit that you're opening is possibly a moving onto your spiritual path. And in that respect, there could be a little bit of concern, because the Two of Wands to me is like the minor arcana of the world card. You're turning your back on some old way of being, doing, or having, and moving in a new direction. In essence, a new cycle that is more expansive and more faith-based. So I definitely feel like there could be a little bit of, okay, out of my element energy, which could be considered concern. I feel like you're just a little out of your element. It's okay. With the Hierophant, Taurus energy, I feel like this is a form of, it is a higher level of commitment, but I don't feel like this is pertaining to a relationship with another person. I feel like it's your relationship to your higher self, to spiritual. You're committing to some form of higher level of commitment towards your spiritual side. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Pages bring news. This is all about something tangible, being a new opportunity coming into the 3D. So it might appear small, but I feel like it will grow over time. There is in the underlying energy that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. Number 6, a contract pertaining to a main female. Now, you could be the main female. It could be somebody you're dealing with. And it's coming to an end with the 3 of Swords. So I'm going to be honest here. Now, yes, we could look at this and be like, oh, it's love. Okay, maybe. I feel like this is some kind of a soul contract, something that you signed up for previous, like you knew you were going to come and move through this. The 3 of Swords to me, especially because after that we have the 10 of Swords, I know people like to say, oh, it's, you know, love, loss. And sometimes I feel that, but I'm an intuitive reader. And what I feel currently with this card is that this is pertaining to your mind. And there's something in your mind that is hurting your heart, your emotions. So whether it's that you put yourself down, maybe you look in the mirror and you're like, oh God, I wish my eyelashes were longer or my nose was shorter. It's these constant jabs at yourself. You're self-inflicting pain. And this could have been a contract that maybe you signed up for to learn self-love, which again, with the Virgo lunar eclipse, or excuse me, the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, it is about health, daily life, health, like self-love kind of health, like taking care of yourself, loving yourself, your daily life, your routines. I feel like there's this thought pattern that is just really crummy. Like if I heard you talking like that, I would be like, don't talk like that about my friend. Like that's, don't do it. It's not okay. So with the 10 of Swords, I feel like you're ending an old way of thinking and believing. Something that really was not good, hurting your self-esteem, hurting your emotional body, and it was self-inflicted. This is mental. For some of you, and you know, I get it. We learn these things from other people. Maybe you were put down as a child. It's not the parents' fault necessarily. They were programmed by their parents. Like we all do the best we can. But at the end of the day, if you're the one repeating these things to yourself, knock it off. Either way, you're opening the door to spirit. Things are shifting and changing. Your timing card, Capricorn, number 4, sometime in the future. Oh, I love those. You make a wish on them. Wishes. Okay. let's move on to Aquarius as I shuffle and read the chat. Normally I have been going, I say normally because I've switched it so many times. I've been going live at roughly 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But I was going at 12, like it kind of switches. I try to leave, like at least a day before I put, and it's always on Wednesdays and Fridays, that I can tell you, always on Wednesdays and Fridays. But I will leave, I preset them so that you can actually see. And if you hit the notification bell, it should, I don't know if it'll notify you when I say that I'm going to go live, like the I don't know if that makes sense. Like the like I'll set it the day before with the date and time and all of that. I don't know. Let's just say 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Although I feel bad because then sometimes I'm like, maybe we'll do it at 12. Maybe we'll do it at, you know, lately it's been 2. Okay. What do we have? I agree. Honestly, Alex, I feel like it's all coming to an end very, very shortly. And that's just my intuitive feeling. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius, the week ahead. The 9th through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Oh, I don't know if my hair keeps tickling my nose or what. I was going to tell you about the full moon lunar eclipse that's taking place on the 14th in the sign of Virgo. It is all about your health, your daily life, your well-being, and what you need to let go of, right? Okay, Aquarius. Overall energy for this upcoming reading, we have number 33, Door to Romance. And it is pertaining to main male. So you could be the main male and your door to romance is opening, or your door to romance is opening and it's due to a main male. We have the Strength card, definitely in your power, but it could be a Leo. Interesting, because I'm feeling that whoever this person is, male, female, they're in their power and they're a strong force. It's almost very like charismatic, but very strong. They have a strong presence. How does that sound? We have the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is longevity. It is unconditional love. And it is wired happily ever after. Interesting, because I feel like whoever you're meeting at this time, Aquarius, is long-term. I also feel like the family's going to like this person. But I feel like whatever this is, it has the strength and perseverance. And then we have the Sun card, Leo energy. I definitely feel like you could be dealing with a fire sign, or at least somebody who embodies that energy, which is, again, charismatic. They have a presence about them. Whoever this person is has a very strong presence. With the Sun card, that's the happiest card in the deck. That's prosperity, joy, happiness, abundance, creativity. Excuse me. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Whoever this person is could be coming in and just offering something. Now, Page of Pentacles, it's going to be like I mean, this isn't even romantic, it doesn't feel like. It could be pertaining to work. Maybe you're meeting this person through work. Maybe they're offering you a job, or maybe you're meeting them at their place of work without, like, you go get a coffee and they're the person serving it. Or I keep hearing craftsman. So maybe you're a craftsman, they're a craftsman. It's a craft store. I don't know. But this seems like it comes, I heard it flashes before your very eyes. Interesting. Like maybe that presence is so strong that you can envision this happily ever after just by this one encounter. And again, I feel like it's gonna go the distance, but it starts out very slow and it starts out very platonic work. It feels like work, like whether you're going to their work, they're going to your work, or you work together, something along those lines. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 6, contract. So contract is what I feel, but I also feel like because it's pertaining to number 34, occupation, it pertains to work. Now, whether you guys are going to be working together or what, I don't know, but I definitely feel like it pertains to work on some level. I definitely feel like this is a soul contract as well with this person. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about passion, drive, desire, creativity, and they could be igniting this in you. Now, this person, well, we have the King of Swords. That's your energy. I mean, it's Gemini, but it's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like this person really, hold on. I don't want to take too many. Yeah, 6 of Cups. I feel like this person is a past life soulmate. They could definitely, with the Queen of Wands, be a fire sign. I'm going to read the other cards. I feel like you have drive, passion, creativity, forward momentum, clear sight. You're seeing things very clearly. With the 6 of Wands, when it comes to your occupation, you could actually be receiving some kind of level of fame, some gratitude, some celebration coming your way. And with the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like it's because you put a lot of work, energy, and effort into whatever your occupation is. This person is a past life soulmate with the 6 of Cups, and they are a fire sign, Queen of Wands, or at least very strongly hold that energy. All right, your timing cards, Aquarius. You have number 27, 3 months from now. So maybe that's when you start dating. I don't know, because this is for next week. Number 40, timing is pushed back due to blockages. Oh, so is this not going to happen for 3 months till now? Because there's some kind of a blockage? Or is it that it starts, like you meet them this next week and just hold on to your pantyhose, because 3 months from now, it's going to be moving forward. All right, let's move on to Pisces. While I shuffle, I will read the chat. Thank you all for your patience. So Alex, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm curious if you're injured, how you could even possibly go. Like, how could they have you go? You know what I mean? But I guess I don't know how it works there because I'm not from there. And although I have seen things online, I don't give a whole lot of energy to the things I see online, because at this day and age, a lot of things can be altered or doctored, and it's unfortunate that people like to propagandize and control and manipulate truths. But I tend to just go along with what I feel. And my knowing in respects to the way the world works, if you will, regardless of what country you're from, it's not much different, even though appearances may state otherwise. It feels like whatever shift, there's a definite shift taking place. And I will say that I'm not sure how it's going to affect you regardless of or regarding your specific being called to action. But I will tell you that I feel like things are coming to an end. And the feeling of closure is what I feel. So as far as how that's going to pan out or look, it's going to be different for individual people. But I will say that I feel like the corrupt will fall and the end is near to what it is that you're dealing with. Okay, let's move on to Pisces at 8551. 8551. Pisces. Oh, Pisces. My goodness, Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces. This is for the week ahead. I forgot what I was doing. That's a lot of cards. This is for the week ahead, the 9th through to the 15th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you were dealing with. Now that we got all that out of the way, Pisces, the North Node is in your sign. That is beautiful. Beautiful. And that means the South Node is in your opposite sign, which just so happens to be Virgo. And on the 14th of the month, Virgo is going to be having a full moon lunar eclipse. Now, this is all about things that you are needing to let go of, your daily life habits, and your health. So, Pisces, most of you are already intuitive. You already know what's going on. You're going to feel this most likely incredibly strongly. I know I already am. But it feels good. It feels like shifts and changes taking place. It feels like out with the old and in with the new. And by old, I mean that old earth stagnant energy and in with the spiritual truth, clarity, more open to the gifts and the divinity and the whole and the we are one energy. So let's get into your reading. You had 4 energy cards coming out, and I don't know if you are like me where you pick up on other people's energy, but you could be picking up on a lot of different energy and or this is all your energy. I will say that I feel like with the World card, you are picking up on world energy, and I feel like there's a closing out of an old cycle, not only in your life, but in everybody's life and in the world. With the indecision, it's interesting because it almost feels like there is an uncertainty on which direction to go for a lot of people, the old world, the new world. And I feel like that is truth. I will say that somebody had mentioned in my chat earlier that they were talking about their religion, if you will. And it was interesting to me because I don't think people really truly understand what's taking place right now and how in alignment it would be if they were interpreting things correctly. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I will say that with the world energy, there is definitely a closing out of an old cycle. I feel like your spiritual gifts are going to be off the chart. I also feel like you're going to need to help lead and guide people possibly with gifts and spiritual things, and or you could be seeking out assistance yourself. If you need anybody, I'm available. So we have indecision. I feel like there's a lot of indecision on people, maybe even yourself, like old world, new world. Like I'd rather it. Shifts can be uncomfortable, right? Because it's when shift hits the fan that people are like, regardless of your sign, it can feel uncomfortable. And so there's this, I don't know what to do. Like the old is comfortable. The new fear is fearful, right? We have the 7 Number 41, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. This is your spirit connection, your intuition, your knowing, your gifts. And I feel like they're opening up. And I mean on full blast. And then we have number 46, the thinking man. Even the thinking man, it feels very Age of Aquarius to me. He has a crystal in his hand. It's about faith, hope. It's about expansion and, I heard creation. It's also ascension. So I got to be honest. I feel like, and then it's all pertaining to a privileged lady. So either you're the privileged lady who is just blowing off the charts with all this energy, and or it's somebody that you're dealing with. But I feel like your gifts are opening up in order to assist other people, for sure. Or you're looking for assistance. We have the 4 of Cups. I feel like a lot of people are going to be rejecting what's taking place. You could even be rejecting it as well. So it's coming through anyway. With the 6 of Cups, this is something from the past life coming back around. It's also nostalgia from the past. It could even be a person coming back around from the past. We do have Mercury going retrograde on the 15th. But I feel like if more than anything, a lot of people do have nostalgia for the past because it was comfortable, even chaos. You can find comfort in chaos. And a lot of times people don't want to necessarily move through into new energies. But I will say that it's coming through. You could have more gifts opening up for you at this time. People coming back around from the past, soul tribe members. But also past life gifts opening up to you, meaning in another dimension, another time, maybe you were a psychic medium and all of a sudden the gifts come online for you and you're like, whoa, like I see dead people, kind of energy. So again, you could be the one who's seeking out some guidance at this time, and or you're being called to the forefront to help guide others. We also have the moon, Pisces. That's you, Pisces, Cancer energy. Again, this is all about intuition. This is all cup water energy, emotions, and even the moon is, the moon controls the ocean, the motion, the energy. I feel like things are expanding at this time. And a lot of people's fears could be coming up to the surface. That would be where, and if it's your fears, seek some assistance. But I feel like whatever this energy is, your abilities are literally blowing up at this time, your psychic abilities. I definitely feel like even if you're the one sat in indecision, I don't feel as though you're going to repeat another cycle. Not if you're watching this. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 5, attachment, and it's pertaining to number 13, a wealthy man. I don't know if there's somebody that's attached to you. I definitely feel like if you're attached to somebody else, that's going to be gone. We have the 10 of Wands, and so you're dropping all burdens. People, places, and situations that were not serving your best and highest good. So whatever the attachment is, it could have even been to the idea of the earthly, tangible ideas pertaining to wealth and how to acquire it, things of that nature. It's all being dropped. Things are shifting and changing. And I definitely feel like you have blown the door to spirit open, Pisces. So your timing card, Pisces, is, oh, interesting. Number 14, next winter. And the reason I said interesting is because on the bottom of the deck, it says number 55, time is frozen. Well, time is an illusion anyways, but isn't it intriguing that we have next winter and time is frozen, which makes them feel like they come together. Things could feel like they're slowing down, but I also feel like next winter talks about yin and yang energy. So a spiritual winter is when one goes within. And if we're talking about next winter, it just feels as though there's some major spiritual shifts taking place at this time. If you're open to it, which I would hope if you're watching this, you are, but you know, teach their own. Okay. I think at this point, I'm going to jump off. I appreciate you all for joining me on this Friday. Thank you for hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. I appreciate you. I do. And I will see you all. I'm not doing Mondays anymore unless I randomly get a wild hair to do a Monday. I'm not going to do Mondays anymore. I've got other things going on. But one never knows. Sometimes I just get, you know, an idea in my head and jump on it. I'm a Pisces after all. But at this point, I'm going to let y'all go. I appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. Look forward to, if you're not already an extended group member, look forward to the mid-months coming out on Monday. And again, it's all about like creation energy. Like it is mind blowing. Also, I do want to express that the nodes shifted. So we're all moving into a more spiritual aspect because the South node's in Pisces for the next year and a half. So we're all moving in that direction regardless, and letting that earth-bound, stuck, stagnant energy behind. So, all right. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Alex. I feel like everything's going to work out so good for you. Hopefully I will see you all on the next one. Until then, love and light to you all.